Hello and welcome back to Gasbbuteo Tabletop Football, where this afternoon we're talking about the thorny topic of merchandise. Right, let's have a sup of tea first. Lovely, nice Yorkshire tea, can't beat that. So, merchandise. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I really don't know where my thoughts lie with merchandise. As you know, I started this YouTube channel and it was just a bit of me doing my own thing. And if people want to watch it, that's great. And if people get enjoyment out of it and want to interact with it, that's brilliant as well, and it's a good opportunity for us to sort of increase, things that go in here on and the involvement in the Sputio community. So we can all get down to Sputio Fest, meet other Sputio like-minded people, make new friends, etc., etc. That's what it's all about, really. And I was just documenting sort of how I travelled on that journey. Right. Anyway, so that's that. So there's only like 500 plus of us involved in this, and it's very much it's me having. I suppose you could call it sort of quite intimate sort of conversations with people about the things I'm doing on here. And I chat a lot more on here than I do, say, for instance, on the TikTok channel. TikTok channel's a very different beast. So on there are over 35,000 followers on Gasbbuteo now, and it is very commercialised. So I have did sort of dabble in having a TikTok shop in there. And if you don't know how that works, basically you set it up, and then goods are sold really through TikTok, and then you can select them almost like from an online catalogue to appear in your TikTok shop. Now, some of them you can sell, and you get like a sort of commission, a percentage of what you sell. So I put some things on there like that had nothing to do with anything really. It was just sort of trying it out. So there's a sort of brand of toilet rolls. I won't mention it on here, but a brand of toilet rolls I put on there, and then if people buy them, I get like 5% of it, but hardly any sell. I'll tell you right now, you're talking about pence in sort of any sort of revenue. But there's some people that do that professionally, so they sell merch and goods and stuff. Now, one sort of good bit of merch that I sell on my TikTok shop, but I don't get anything out of this at all, is the statue poster. So I just basically almost like have a link to that in my TikTok shop. I don't get anything from it, but I'm happy to do it because I like it as a product. And they did send me a sample, and in return I did a sort of video. They didn't ask me to do a video, I just sort of said I would do, because they sent me a sample. I was very happy with the product. I'm happy to endorse it. I'm happy to put it on the TikTok shop. I don't get anything out of it at all though. It's just merely me saying I've got one and I like it. As simple as that. But because there's that sort of commercial aspect on TikTok, you do occasionally get people saying, "Oh, have you got any merchandise? Any like Gasbbuteo merchandise?" Now, you guys will know that in the past you'll see me with my Gasbbuteo mug, which I have a cup of tea in, and I actually have for many years. I've had an account on with a company called T-shirts Studio, and that's where I get the things like this done. So this mug was made there. I had it we did a competition for, I think when it was, I have 100 episodes, 100 followers, did a competition where I gave some of these mugs out. But really, I produce things like this just for myself. Although you can go on my T-shirt studio sort of shop thing, and you could buy that if you wanted. Some another sip of tea. But as you know, I don't really sort of push it because it's not why I'm here. It's not why I'm doing this. Now, in the past, I'm going to show you something else. I've done mugs before, because before I used to do this, for 10 years, I did something which perhaps some of you are not aware of, called the Bristol Rovers Snowboard and Skiing Club. And I used to get BRSSC. I used to get various bits and pieces made up. And really, I would just buy them myself and then like give them to my friends, or if we went away, a group of us would make a group of snowboard or ski t-shirts and all wear them, that sort of thing. So although those things are still on my T-shirt studio shop, no one buys them because, unless you're a Rovers fan that likes snowboard or skiing, why would you? And that's quite a niche market, even more niche than Gasbbuteo. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm sort of drifting here. The point was, I do get asked on the TikTok channel a lot about merchandise, so I decided to make some. Now, I have previously worn T-shirts off the T-shirt studio. You've probably seen them on here. Again, they're on the shop, so if anyone wanted to buy one, they can do. But I've had these new ones done, so I'll stand up. So this is the new Gasbbuteo T-shirt design. Do you like it? It's called, what's it called? Retro Repeat or something like that. So Gasbbuteo Retro Repeat T-shirts, and I'm now selling these on the T-shirt studio account under my account, and then if anyone wants them from the TikTok channel, I'm going to sort of link them through so they can go to that rather than me selling stuff on TikTok shop. Right, so that's that sorted out. Now, just in case anyone on here wants to buy one, I wanted to be very open and honest about where the money goes for that, and how it's distributed out. So when you set up an account on T-shirt Studio, you can create your own designs, put your own pictures on, use some of their set designs. This is really one of their set designs, and they will produce very high quality goods. That's why I've used them for over 10 years now for various different things, and then they get shipped. If you were a customer and you ordered something off my T-shirt studio shop, they produce it. I don't see it. They get paid. I don't see that, and then they ship it out. I have to say, as a company that produces goods, I've got a lot of time for them, and that's not any sort of paid promotion. I've just been buying off them for years. Loads of my T-shirts are from T-shirt Studio because they do good quality stuff, to be honest. Quite impressed with them, always been impressed with them. So that's just that. Anyway, yeah, so I got these on there, and how it works is they apportion a cost price to the items. So you can buy different levels of items. For instance, you get a value T-shirt made up. There's a sort of lower range one, luxury T-shirt, which I think this is, and then like a premium one that's dead expensive, but they do all sorts of other bits and pieces as well, such as hoodies and all sorts of things. Now I think this one's, if I remember rightly, the premium T-shirt, but don't quote me on that. I think it is though. And how they work it is they set that price for that particular item, you do the design, and then when you come to sell it in your online shop, you can add a additional cost to that to round up the price and effectively give you some profit. Now, what you'll notice on T-shirt Studio, people, very similar things, is that some people go on there and they're trying to make money, right? So they'll go on there, they'll produce a T-shirt, and then they'll be selling it for like 25, 30 quid. And because I'm on there, I know that they're making off each T-shirt a profit of like 55%. So it's like 15, 16 pound profit, because the T-shirts, I think they're like 13, or I think they're 13 quid for the premium ones at cost price. That's how much they are, or 14 quid. I don't know, one of them. And then they're bumping it up to 30 quid. The creator. So they're trying to get like loads of money out of it. Now, I've never been into it like that, not particularly rich man, but I'm not wanting for anything, I can work for stuff, that's fine. So what I do with my stuff is I always put the minimum price on, which is like £1. So I have got T-shirts on there. I think I have rounded the T-shirts up to 15 quid, so it might be 2 quid on them. And then there's also mugs. When I make mugs, I've made a new Gasbbuteo mug. So it's got Gasbbuteo logo on, and then on the back it's got this sort of retro repeat design. Put that there so you can see it. Now, the mugs, I'm going to explain this because don't want anyone thinking I'm ripping them off. This is a new type of mug they didn't have before. They used to have these 2 colour ones, which cost, I think they were like 7 quid, and then I used to put £1 on it for the minimum price, and then sold them for 8 quid. Some people are selling mugs for like 15 quid. What a rip-off. But they've got new ones out there, right? And even with the extra quid on, like the minimum pricing, these now only cost £5. That's what I've done with mine. They basically cost £5. And they got Gasbbuteo logo on one side, and then the retro repeat sort of design on the other side. So I am selling them. So if anyone needs a mug and you want to spend a fiver, you can buy one of them, and £1 will go into my T-shirt studio account, and any money I get back from that, I guess this is the point I'm very rambling round to, any money I get out of that, I'm going to put into buying new teams for Gasbbuteo tabletop football, because it does get a bit expensive, you know, buying teams and trying to keep everyone happy. So yeah, that's it. So if I remember rightly, there's £2 on the T-shirts, and because they're for sale for £15, and there's £1 on the mugs because they're for sale for a fiver. I think that's accurate. Anyway, but I'm not expecting any great sales, as I never have for anything else. Oh, I should point out as well, I've done the T-shirts in a range of colours. So there's this one, black and gold, old Black Arab colours. There's one that's white and blue, just like the mug. The mugs only come in one colour. So that's that. There's another one that's navy and white, which looks quite smart. And then there's a sort of one for the more flamboyant, risky person, that's a purple T-shirt with like neon pink writing. I looked at it, I was like, oh God, no one's going to want to buy that. But the more I look at it, the more I'm sort of tempted to get one myself. And that's really the aim of it. You know, I get it myself, so I'll wear this out. And the idea is that when I'm out with my mates, someone might look at it and go, what's that? And then I can talk about all this and bore them to death. So that's that. I have been thinking about adding another colour on, which is going to be like a sort of Kelly green colour with white writing, you know, so it matches a Gasbbuteo table, but we'll see how they go really. The good thing about doing stuff on there as well is that if I ever do like a competition or a giveaway or something like that in here, which I've done once before, I can source that stuff and then, you know, give it out. So there's sort of no worries about that. And I am thinking about getting some of the T-shirts to take to Gasbbuteo Fest, but obviously I've got to buy that myself, so we'll have to see what we can afford and what we can do. And it would be nice to give some out at Gasbbuteo Fest to people that want them. So I might do that in the summer before Gasbbuteo Fest 23 comes along. I'll get a few of these T-shirts, different colours and different sizes, and I'll take them. I'll do a video in here perhaps for, you know, people that watch the YouTube channel rather than TikTok people, and then I don't know, we'll see what we do. We'll see who turns up to Gasbbuteo Fest. But for now, there you go. That's the new official 2023 Gasbbuteo merch T-shirt. Doesn't it look pretty? And that's the new merch mugs. You still can get the old ones with rovers on the back. But bizarrely, even though these are older, these ones are more expensive because they're 2 colour. So these ones are £8, I think. And these ones are only a £5. Who wouldn't want a bunch of those in their kitchen for a £5 each? Anyway, I hope that all made sense. It was a bit of a ramble really, trying to get it out, but I thought, certainly with any of you that watch this YouTube channel, I hope you realise that I'm a relatively straight talking, honest bloke, so, you know, if I'm going to do merch, I don't want anyone thinking I'm trying to rip them off or anything like that. Alright? Alright. Anyway, until next time, up the gas.